The Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, in collaboration with the World Bank and the Central Project Coordination Unit at the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, on Wednesday convened a day-long validation workshop for the Strategic Improvement Plan for Technical and Vocational Education and Training Centers of Excellence, focused on fisheries and agribusinesses. The workshop forms part of the World Bank-supported Resilient, Inclusion, Skills and Equality RISE project, which aims to enhance the quality, relevance and impact of TVET across the Gambia. Through the RISE project, MoHERST launched a consultancy to develop a comprehensive strategic improvement plan targeting TVET institutions specializing in fisheries and agribusiness. The plan is designed to strengthen training programs, governance structures and infrastructure, while also enhancing professional development opportunities for staff. Furthermore, it aims to bolster industry partnerships, promote entrepreneurship, and encourage community engagement through robust strategies and effective resource planning. Delivering the keynote address, Minister of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, Professor Perry Gomez, reiterated the government's commitment to revitalizing TVET institutions specializing in high potential sectors such as fisheries and agribusiness.
Exactly what is in our waters, in our river, in the ocean, and then we will manage that resources. We will feed ourselves. Then we move from food security to food sovereignty. These are key words, and that's the vision. Moving from food security to food sovereignty. Then we will not be waiting for 2025 and be blaming Ukraine and Russia because of whatever and so on, to be able to feed ourselves. Education must make sense to us. We did not go to school to come back and be waiting for Russia and Ukraine to have reconciliation, for peace to reign, for us to be able to feed ourselves. Science must be applied. We need to now buckle up. The skill sets that we were looking for when we went to school must be utilized to feed ourselves and feed the nation. Then independence will be meaningful.
The Principal Tertiary and Higher Education Officer and TVET Focal Person at MoHERST, Fatou Jane, provided a background on the initiative. She emphasized the importance of establishing excellence in fisheries education, noting that the goal is for Gambians to become stewards of their rivers and aquatic resources.
Coming up with these two areas as the SIP is focusing is the fisheries and agribusiness, which are going to be the two centers of excellence. But of course, they are going to have smaller centers in the, as time goes on, so that by the time we know, a lot of Gambians would dominate our seas as against what we have today. I'm sure we are aware today our seas are dominated by non-nationals, non-Gambians. The ministry wants to change this narrative by coming up with this initiative. So the strategic improvement plan, in short, is focusing on, establishing two centers of excellence, that is fisheries and agribusiness. And just like you already heard in the keynote address by the Honorable Minister, but the aim is to strengthen the governance, and of course infrastructure. You also have capacity alongside. I'm sure you are already informed that a lot of Gambians are already on overseas long-term training, so that by the time they come, they will be running these centers of excellence.
Omar Gay, one of the participants, expressed optimism about the initiative, stating that he has high expectations and remains hopeful that the strategy will be implemented effectively once it receives validation.
I can say 2 years ago or 1 year ago, this initiative was never happened. Then as far as we have seen it as an organization of artisanal fishermen, then this is a great development at the moment in this country. Then we really appreciate it, and it's wonderful, I can say, at the moment. And Gambian resources, our natural resources, really needs regulation because of its very difficult at the moment to our Gambian youth to have access to their own resources, which is very sad. So we need to regulate it so that Gambian can have access to their resources. That's a big challenge at the moment.
As the validation process continues, stakeholders remain hopeful that the finalized strategic improvement plan will usher in a new era for vocational education in the Gambia, particularly in fisheries and agribusiness, ultimately contributing to national development and economic growth. Reporting for Kirfatu, I am Ramatulai Jawo.